Pensa só, você nasceu há mais de 30 anos no meio da floresta amazônica, sua mãe morreu durante o parto, você cresceu órfã e agora, na vida adulta, finalmente está de bem com a vida. De repente, umas visões chatas começam a te atazanar e você tem que se tornar responsável por 3 adolescentes que, sem a sua ajuda, podem morrer na mão de um maníaco com poderes de aranha. Essa é a situação de Cassandra, a protagonista de Madame Teia, vivida pela estrela Dakota Johnson, que veio para o Brasil promover o filme. Meu nome é Thiago Gelli e nessa semana eu conversei com a atriz sobre os bastidores da produção, o universo Marvel e mais. Confere aí! Hi Dakota, thanks for this interview. And off to the first question, superhero fatigue has been quite the talk lately in Hollywood. So I wonder if you have any theory as to why these last movies didn't perform as well as people expected them to, and why do you think Madame Webb is a fresh take on that genre that you wanted to be a part of?
I think that sometimes with stories or characters that require a lot of prior knowledge, it's difficult to connect. So I've found that even seeing some movies where I don't know the backstories of characters or their relationships, or haven't seen the prequels or things like that. So with our movie, you know, it's a new perspective, it's a new world, and it's Madame Webb's world, and it's her origin story, and you don't need to know anything going into it in order to connect with the characters.
Get your stuff. Let's go.
So, it's also, you know, we did have a little bit of blue screen work, but not a lot, and it was mostly practical sets, so it's really grounded in reality, and it's more of a psychological thriller, and it's more, it just feels a bit more gritty and down to earth, and relatable. So, I don't know. I understand, and I think it's a struggle in the film and television industry right now, for like studios to find to trust themselves with content. You know, they so badly want things to work that sometimes they miss the humanity of it. Mm-hmm. But I think that there's a lot of humanity in our movie.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time. I'm gonna help you out today, okay? Trying to save people who are running out of it. Jackie! Until one moment changed everything.
Come on! Welcome back to the land of the living.
Oh, and as it is starting the story, I know this is part of a bigger universe within Sony and Marvel. So are you interested in continuing this story in sequels and going into this universe? Or do you like that it is more of a solo adventure?
I love that it's a standalone film, but if they wanted me to do more, I would love to. I love the character.
And this movie also has a very, I guess, a different female perspective, as many superhero films are very hyper-masculine. And I like it beyond the representation aspect, how it has such fun set pieces and references to the 2000s that you wouldn't see in this hyper-macho kind of film.
Yeah.
So what was it like to revisit that era and that cultural
It's
time?
funny. It's such an interesting time. It's like such a weird time in culture and fashion, and the music is pretty amazing from that time. And because Cassie's a bit older than the girls, I think she was still holding on to the 90s a bit. Mm-hmm. So it was really fun and a, you know, a funny time to be referencing.
Boom.
I can see the future. Oh, what the hell? She didn't see that coming? That's not how it works.
Well, and besides, other than the film, I think with you, ever since your infamous Ellen interview, you have become this kind of cool girl online that people have elected. And even with Madame Webb, the quotes and pictures are already kind of being memed online. Oh. So I wonder if you have any theories as to why people have this affection for you, and how does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what happens on the internet unless it's out of control, and then I get told about it. So, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think you're very charismatic, and you have a very unique presence, I think, as a movie star.
Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.
Going on. And you obviously come from one of the most amazing dynasties in Hollywood. So as you become more and more famous, is there any advice you've gotten from your mom or your grandma that has really stuck to your mind?
You know, it's a really different time to be in the public eye because of social media and the internet and the way things go now. So I think they're kind of learning as I go, and so am I.
And I'm sure that there are plenty of very interesting projects in your future. But I personally, this is more a question for me, I'm very curious about your project with Elaine May that she talked about in, I think, 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard any news on that, so I wonder if that's still going on.
Crackpot, yep. So we are trying to get that done. It's so hard to get any movies made ever at all, but I'm producing it and Elaine will direct it and I'll star in it, and we're working on casting. And
oh, good. Very good to know. Yeah. So I know you're a producer with Tea Time, and you're going to produce this film. You're producing a lot of TV and film. As a producer who is impacting Hollywood, what is the kind of project that you look for? What do you want to imprint in Hollywood right now?
I really look for projects that are excellent and authentic, and that are made by people that are very good at their jobs and also good people.
Your future was almost so different. If you want to live, you have to trust me.
You are here in Brazil. Obviously, you could have gone to any other place in the world to promote this film right now. So why do you think Brazil was the ideal destination for it?
I think Brazil has a passion for arts that is kind of unparalleled. People have always been so loving and embracive of film and music, and it's a very passionate place, and I think opening a movie here is such a privilege, and it's such a privilege to be able to come to Rio. It's such a beautiful place, and I don't know, I think it's just like a nice group of people to work on promoting a film with.
I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
But, well, we have 10 seconds left, so I guess there's no time for any other questions. But thank you very
Nice
much,
to meet
Dakota.
you.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me?